Hidayah. I spent a few months in New York, my dream city since I was 4 years old. And after enjoying this magical, fun, and adventurous place, I discovered an interesting fact about New Yorkers. In spite of having it all, nothing is ever good enough, especially in our love lives. So after a while, I kept asking myself the same questions. If New York is filled with single men and women desperately looking for that perfect person, why is it so hard to settle down? When did we all become so picky about it? Why when we come across that perfect person that has everything in our checklist, we keep looking for more? Is going on a second date our only challenge? Or we used to be alone and feel alone? Can we actually stop being scared to give our hearts away? To be realistic, the odds of finding someone in New York City that will stick around are not in our favor, my friends.
I don't really want to settle down because there's so much to do and I want to do all of that, you know.
Well, when I first moved to New York City, somebody said to me, everyone in New York City is looking for a job, a lover, or an apartment. And if they have all three, they're looking for better ones.
They're looking for the next best thing. Like they think that there's something better.
It's easier, I think, to have intermittent relationships or kind of the transitional ones than it is to find something longer lasting.
They're ambitious professionally, they're ambitious in their social life, and not a lot of people want to make compromises.
You know, so when something never stops, people are going to want more and continue and go on and go on and go on, you know?
So I feel like you're always thinking what's around the corner, what's next, what's coming, what's new. And that can be hard, especially like dating and living, you know.
Sometimes too much is a problem.
It's like when you go into the grocery store and there's 18 different kinds of cereal, how are you supposed to pick between 18 things when you haven't tried all 18 of them? So I think that there's that pressure to try all the cereal, as it were.
Is the hookup culture turning us into careless, selfish human beings? Or is it that we're so busy exploring every possibility that we become blind on what is obviously good for us?
And New Yorkers are often very individual and very individualistic. A large part of the young single population are people whose families are elsewhere, and probably the people they grew up with are elsewhere. As individuals, it's hard to sort of remake kind of a network of relationships that way. And the casual hookup is obviously easier and requires less investment in some ways emotionally. And so I'm not surprised that an awful lot of people find that the way New York social life gets dominated.
When do we all forget about love? When do we stop having time for it? Yes, we do have too many options. Maybe that is the big problem. Is our chance to find love so tiny because it's so damn difficult to balance our busy lifestyle and our love life? Or maybe we can't decide who we want to love because we need to try it all. But actually the question is, does any one of you know what love really is?
Psychologists would say there are actually different stages to love. The most obvious one when you're first starting a relationship is what's called passionate love. And that's you're feeling the passion. It's a really intense emotional drive. It's sexual. It's very intense attachment. You want to be around the person all the time. Can't live without them. Can't get them out of your mind. That's passion. And it's what psychologists call companionate love. They're now your companion in addition to your lover, your partner. And companion means something more than just, they're standing by my side. It's that you can count on them. And that's the commitment. That's the long-term endurance. That's the person who will be there no matter what.
So I guess in New York, these stages of love are not quite here yet. How the hell can we define the stages of love in this jungle of first dates?
Difficult.
Competitive.
Vicious. It's vicious.
Complicated. Challenging.
Hyper-social and overwhelming.
Insane.
Many possibilities.
Sporadic. Hectic.
Fast.
It's like diverse.
Tiring. Exhausting, maybe.
Oh, hard? I would say hard.
I think it can be a revolving door. People going round and round.
How can we conquer it all in a city surrounded by millions? Why is it still so hard to find love in a place where you can find any culture, race, religion, trend, music, food, and experience? Here's some advice from New Yorkers.
Perhaps things that are too easy you don't value enough.
Be less critical and be open to finding out about people.
Being realistic about their expectations.
We all go through our horrific dating stories. So just, yeah, you got to keep going.
You have to go out and you have to be proactive.
A lot of people are just out there looking for what they want in the next person and not developing themselves as a person.
I would say my advice is if you kind of look at someone and you are interested in them, don't be shy.
I would say take the extra 5 minutes. That sometimes it's easy to dismiss the person next to you or to think that you don't have enough time, but taking that extra little bit, you may find something that you never really knew could be there.
Find something and stick with it for a while and see how it goes. That's probably the best thing that you can say.
And my advice to everyone will be not to give up. Keep on searching for that special someone. Otherwise, the world is going to become a lonely, cynic and selfish place where being and feeling alone will be normal. After all of this soul searching, only these questions remain unanswered. Is it like this for the rest of the world? Did human beings forget what being in love actually means? See you all in the next city and let's find out together. Best of wishes to all the hopeless romantics in the world.